5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle function.
THR, Truth Hurts Radio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Charlie Chatters here on Truth Hurts Radio. Where the hell have you been, Charlie Chatters? Well, let me tell you, folks, without giving you too many excuses, I was abducted by aliens. That's right. I'm not going to get into details. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I've been gone for almost 3 months. I know it's been a long time. I've seen listeners checking up on the Facebook page, looking daily to see what the heck is going on with Charlie over at Truth Hurts Radio. And I'm here to tell you, I'm back. I'm refreshed. I'm renewed. I'm reprogrammed. All right. Now, we're going to break into something. We're just going to break right into it because we want to have a little bit of fun here. I don't want to drag things out. It's not going to be some mundane reasons why, excuses as to where I've been, what I've been up to. Let's just break right into it. We're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. It is a Saturday night. My life is going great. For those of you that give a crap about what's been going on with me, Charlie Chatters is doing awesome. All right. Hope you're doing the same. Welcome back on the line. Here we go. We are going to invite my good friend, my good brother. We're not even sure where he's from. We first started discussing this, and we decided and figured out that he was maybe from somewhere in proper England, somewhere in the mid territories of England, the midwestern period of England. I don't know. I think it's Louisiana. I think it's somewhere deep south. But nonetheless, we're bringing on my good friend, my brother, a comic, who hopefully we can all enjoy having a great show tonight. Brother Bobby is on the line. Brother Bobby, bring it in. Brother Bobby, are you on the line?
Hi.
Brother Bobby, how you been?
I'm pretty good. How you doing, Brother Charlie? Charlie, talk too much? I'm good. How are you?
I call myself Charlie Chatters, but that's pretty good. That's pretty classic. Now, we weren't sure where you and I had actually met, Brother
You say
Bobby.
Charlie what?
Charlie Chatters.
Oh.
You referred to me as Charlie talks too much.
I'm sorry. I sometimes get a little skippy.
That's okay there, Brother Bobby.
I'm with you.
Where are you dialing into us from? Where we got you tonight?
What? Well, we got our fishing show.
Yeah.
Of course, you know very well.
Trolling for bass. Yes, I know well.
Me and Brother Dustin have recently found ourselves, pardon me 1 second, interlude.
Brother Bobby's got to have a little sip of
That's
beer.
what you call an interlude.
Yeah. That's
or interrude, depending on
actually, if you were eating meals, we would call that an intercourse. Yeah. Right? In between Appies and main course.
Brought to you by Budweiser. You see that? I saw that. That was like a shameless plug right there. The label was facing me.
That's only you and I that have each other on video there, Brother Bobby. So, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe in future we'll have ourselves a recorded.
Pretty good looking chap, bro.
Well, I appreciate that there, old timer.
Huh? Oh. Old timer. Well, I'll take that. That's okay. That's all right. Anyway, sorry, we got our fishing show.
Right.
And me and brother Justin have found ourselves at Lake Winnechickaphobe.
Winnechickaphobic.
Winnechickaphobe.
Is that like a lake that's scared of women?
Maybe that's almost like a phobia.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It doesn't like lady fishers, maybe.
Well, for a man that's been away from the airwaves for 3 months, you're sharp as a fucking nail.
Well, I'm trying here. I'm trying here, Brother Bobby.
Pardon my.
That's okay. We're allowed to swear on my show.
Are we?
Yeah.
Don't. My show was like rated.
14 PG-14 I
think it's 14A through the P. The guys that do the movies.
Right. Yeah, the rating specialists. Yeah.
The ratings people.
Right.
So they give us. They say, "Hey, you can't do this. You can't plug that.
Right.
You can't catch this, and you can't keep that."
Right.
So we just say to hell with it, and we do what the hell we want to do.
Right. Very good. Yeah. Well, that's what you do there down in the South, right?
Yes, down in the South.
Are you in the South?
What's that?
We're not really sure where you're from. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from a little town in northern England. Okay.
You are not English.
I swear by Christ's Sonny, holy Mary Mother Murphy.
Mary Mother Murphy.
I'm from a little town in northern England, and it's called.
You don't remember.
There it is again. There's that sponsor.
I hear a fib coming on.
No, it's nothing but truth here. Northern England, Lonnie Tail, Swallowville. Yep, Lonnie Tail, Swallowville.
Oh, that sounds like a special breed of bird that's indigenous to the area.
Well, that's what the town is named after. Coincidentally, you are right on the money.
Well, I'm a smart fellow, I guess, when it comes down to it.
Oh, Charlie, like I said, for a man that's been off the airways for 3 months,
right.
You are nailing it. Nailed it.
Well, I appreciate your sincerity. I do.
Yep. Oh, how's your audio there?
My audio is pretty good. Is your audio okay? Can you hear me all right?
It's good. Yeah, can you hear this?
Oh, that sounds like you're snapping a fresh beer there, Brother Bobby.
Oh, and we're pouring deep now.
Oh, look at you. You're such a refined gentleman drinking that beer out of a glass.
Look at that.
Wow.
I never used to until I got this show. Then I was like, holy crap, I can afford a glass.
Now you're like a gentleman, right? Do you feel that way sometimes?
I feel like a beer Jedi.
a beer Jedi. Okay, I was going to say
beer Jedi, and this is my lifesaver.
Your lifesaver, not a lightsaber, but a lifesaver.
Yep.
Right.
So now we haven't talked in quite a while. How have you been?
I've been fairly well. I've been distant from the airwaves. I haven't been doing a whole lot online, and I have missed it some. And I thought, what's the best way to get back online and make light of the fact that I have been absent? And I thought, I haven't talked to Brother Bobby for some time, and you and I ourselves have not been trolling for bass in quite some time. So I thought now was no better time to get you on the line, on the airs with Charlie Chatters here at Truth Hurts Radio. And so I'm doing great, and I'm just happy to be talking with you.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you more than you can possibly know.
Right.
Being on your show is, I just heard that little snappy too.
You did, yes.
You're staying moist.
It's a Saturday night here where I am, so.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Wow, it's like a Tuesday morning where I am.
Well, you're like 20-some hours, 18 hours ahead.
And I'm on Tuesday?
You are in England, are you not?
No.
Are you on tour right now, Brother Bobby? Or
yeah, we're touring.
Oh,
we're touring.
Tell us about your tour then. Where are you at? What are you doing?
Well, lately, we've been doing a lot down in the southeastern United States.
Okay.
Which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fish, which is the premise. The whole
of a fishing show.
It's our show, and people invite us. We're lucky enough, Brother Justin and myself.
Yeah.
They invite us into their home. We go out and we troll for bass.
Wow.
And we talk to them. So, southern United States, we've been down into Florida.
Not a lot of bass in Florida, though, is there?
There is a lot of striped, they're called striped.
Striped bass.
With an I.
Like striped, not strapped.
No, not like me, not like strapped for cash. No. We're talking, these are like a tiger.
Like a zebra. Like a zebra. Yeah.
Like a zebra. You're Canadian.
Yeah.
A zebra?
Zebra. I was just trying to mimic maybe your English necessity there. A zebra. Yeah.
You're trying to mess with your own Canadian language.
I was trying to be clever with you there, Brother Bobby.
A, B, C, D, E, F, Z. Anyways, yes, we're all over the South United States.
Right.
It's been very fun.
Now, have you? I heard a rumor. Actually, I was looking online and I saw, a tabloid rumor that you were caught or seen hanging out with Matthew McConaughey. Is that
true? It's not a lie.
Because you're not the type that I would think would hang out with a celebrity like that. And I know that you guys might have Southern accents in common, but you being from the Midwest of England and traveling all the way down to the south, to the bayou, to the Louisiana, hanging out with Matthew McConaughey, what the hell do you two guys have in common?
Well, that's a good question. And I wish you had more time on your show.
I got lots of time. You got lots of time.
All right. Well, Mr. McConaughey and myself, we got to know each other because Matthew. Yeah. I call him Gary as a friend.
Why do you call him Gary?
What's that?
Why do you call him Gary and not Matthew? Not Maddie, not Matt. I don't understand.
Well,
anyway,
Gary was
it's probably a personal
Gary was
thing.
A good friend of mine. He was a cat, and Matt reminds me of a cat. It kind of rhymes.
Okay.
So I went along with it. Right. Anyway, Mr. McConker, we got to talking, and he likes to fish.
He does. From what I understand.
He does like to fish. Now, his accent is much different than mine. Myself being from northern England, we all kind of talk the same. And Matthew McCochran.
I got to stop you right there, Brother Bobby, because you don't sound like you're from northern England. You sound like you are from Louisiana. You sound like a Louisiana boy. Do you not know this about yourself? Matthew probably went, God damn, you were probably a neighbor of mine.
What?
He probably thought you were a neighbor.
I'm from Winchestertonville, northern England, and Mr. McComferamon, he is from the southern United States.
All right,
I don't know why you think we sound so much
I don't know. I think you sound an awful like one another. But anyway, getting on with the story.
Here's what he sounds like. Okay, here's me. You've heard my voice.
Yeah.
This is Matt.
You know what? I've heard actually that you do a really good Matthew McConaughey impersonation. So I'd like to hear it in your own words while we have you on the show.
All right. I don't know who else's words I'd use, but I'll give her a go. Okay. I'm gonna pretend I'm doing car commercial.
Car commercial. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's what he does for a living now. He used to be an actor. Now he does car commercials. He's kind of went down the slippery slope.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have noticed that myself.
All right. Well, ever since he did that little, that one movie where he was out in the desert, but he was on the water and he was in a boat and he was with some other little chickie poo, his career, I don't think, ever recovered.
Okay, go on. In the desert, out on the water.
He got into car commercial. Okay, here's Matthew McConaughey now.
Yeah.
Okay, here's me. Hi, I'm Bobby.
Your brother Bobby. That's your brother Bobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Matthew. All right, or as I like to call him, Gary.
Gary.
Gary. Hi, my name is Matthew McConaughey. Hey, I like to talk about cars. This here, all right, is a good car. There, huh?
That's pretty good.
Don't get much better
That's
than
pretty
that,
good, brother
do they?
Bobby. I got to say, that's almost uncanny. Uncanny.
I can't stand it.
But I think you're holding back on us. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're holding back. I've talked to a couple of sneaky friends of yours, and they say you do a much better impersonation of Matthew McConaughey, even despite the fact that you can't pronunciate his last name. I'd like to hear your very, very best. I don't want to hear Brother Bobby accent from Northern England. I want to hear Matthew McConaughey from the South, because I know you're quite the character. I know you've got quite the ability to... You're like a mockingbird. You can mimic people's voices. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that was, but is that like the Canadian crow? Mockingjay singing "Oh Canada," right? That's the one. I know the one.
That was from the Hunger
Strikes.
Show. Show.
Hunger Strikes?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Okay. Now, let me hear. I'm going to request now personally. I want to hear your best Matthew McConaughey. I want to hear the best, the absolute best, because I've heard really, really good things about it. Not in your brother Bobby accent from your native town of fucking Whatchamacoo in Northern England.
How'd you know where I was from?
Well, you only told me like 3 times, so I want to get this straight, right? All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, hey, hang, swear. Here we go. Well, sometime when I feel a little lonely, I'm driving in my car. I like to roll a little booger between my fingers and make it just feel nice. Then I roll down my window and I just throw it out, because that's what I like to do. All right. Take care now. I don't know.
That's pretty accurate. I got to say that's much more accurate, because I've seen those Buick commercials, and he's rolling his forefinger and his thumb together like he's got a little boogie in there, like he's got a little something sticky, like he wants to roll it up in some sweat and dirt and release it. Like a catch and release. When you're trolling for bass, sometimes you catch and release. And you just want to flick that out the window.
You got to chum up the water sometimes.
That's right.
When you got to chum it up. Oh, I see what you're doing. The folks at home can't, but I sure can.
I'm drinking our sponsor here.
What do you got there?
We got a little
What's that?
Sleeman's.
Sleeman.
Yeah.
Sleeman Original Drogut.
Yeah, draft. Yeah.
Drogut. Drogged.
Draft.
Drogged.
Yeah, it's a draft beer. That's what we're doing
Why
up
don't
here
they
in
spell
Canada.
that proper? That looks a lot of work.
It's a lot of
For
work,
all
but it's
of it.
pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty.
There's my
Oh, you're drinking a little Blue Box Phillips Brewery.
Yeah.
here. Not that we're
Something
doing
a
any
little
product.
different.
We're not paid to do product placement here on
Hey.
Charlie Chatters, but while we're
they
at
ain't
it,
got it where I'm from, but look at my hat.
it says Lucky Lager, which is a real island beer. Is that where you're living right now? Is on Vancouver Island?
Vancouver Island.
Yeah, on the islands of Vancouver, as they would.
Oh, there's more than one?
Well, there's many more. Yeah, there's many islands around.
No. You're pulling my chain, you dirty dog.
I would never shit you.
know one.
There's a big one, and then there's a bunch of little ones.
What?
Yeah, there's a bunch of little islands there too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've been to that. I've been to we like to call it the Rock.
Yeah. The Rock is an
I've been to the Rock one time.
You troll for bass down there? Or?
Oh, boy. We trolled for many a bass, and it was a good time.
Good.
A lot of the islanders, they seem, they're a little peculiar.
They are a
You know
peculiar
what I
bunch.
mean? It's sort of like if you were doing 30 days in the hole. These people just don't seem to get out much, if you know what I mean.
Well, they
know?
are a little isolated. I would have to agree with that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Like in Alcatraz?
They're a little bit-
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit isolated. That's what they are.
That's lumbered. Yeah. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. It's funny. It reminds me of, I would have
Oh,
to.
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Let me say something if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at
That's
all,
all right.
Brother Bobby.
Now, I know somebody who knows you
Yeah.
that I heard that you do in Copycat.
In Copycat. Oh,
Yeah.
who would that be?
Now, I heard, because he's actually kind of a friend of mine.
Oh,
Did we talk about Mr. Christopher Walken, Matt?
Christopher Walken. Oh, Walken Matt.
Now,
Oh, I didn't realize you were friends with him, Brother Bobby.
well, you know, the fishing community is very large.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We stretch out there, and he's a noodler.
A noodler.
He likes to noodle.
What? I don't even know what that means. Maybe our fishing folks do, but I'm not really certain what that
I
means.
could explain it to you.
If you would,
but
please.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in hearing your little Christopher Walken, Matt.
Well, I tell you what, I'll give you
I call him Chrissy.
Chrissy. That's your intimate name for him. You guys have known
What?
each other a long time, or?
We're not intimate.
Mm.
I've never been intimate.
Well, I just meant you know each other well. You know each other closely, or?
Oh.
I'm not suggesting you two have showered together.
What
I'm just
are you
saying.
suggesting?
Well, I'm suggesting you got.
Are you intimate with everybody you know?
No, but have you had them over for dinner, or likewise, or you know?
This is really taking a left turn, Charlie. I don't mind saying.
Brother Bobby, listen, I'm sorry. Have you ever shared a beer with Christopher?
Oh, yes. Well, Chris is more of a whiskey man. He likes to have his whiskey.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's all I meant.
But I heard you do good.
Intimate is actually, it began as a very English word. I thought you would have been familiar with it being from Northern England. But here in Canada, it means, you know, that you're close with the person. You know more closely some specifics about them that the general public wouldn't know. That's all I was trying to imply. And you know that he is what did you call him when fishing? A dingler?
A dangler.
Yeah.
You know what that word means for us? You know.
No, I don't know, but I would imagine it to be quite intimate.
A dangler. Now that's intimate right there. You start talking about
there you go.
Dingler.
Well, Brother Bobby knows Christopher Walken as a dingler. I would say that you're quite intimate with each other.
Yeah. I am getting nowhere near that man.
All right. Yeah. Well, listen to me. I sound like Matthew McConaughey. All right. I'll just leave that alone then. Yeah.
No, we call it noodling.
Noodling. What's that mean now?
Noodling.
You just dangling your line out there uselessly or what?
No, there's actually, okay, I'll give you a little tutorial.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I got that word out. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Anyways, you're in the water and you're about, maybe 10, 15 feet off the sandy beach.
Right.
And you're about maybe, I don't know, chest deep in the water.
Chest
And
deep.
you're
All right.
looking for catfish.
Oh.
And the catfish is a wily critter.
Yeah.
He can do you harm.
Really?
And they can do you wrong. Oh gosh, some of them catfish are big.
Wow.
So what you're basically wrestling catfish. Anyways, you're reaching down into the depths of the water, down to the muddy bottom, and you can literally feel the catfish, and you put your hand literally up to your elbow in the catfish's mullet gullet mouth.
I thought we were talking about fishing here. Why are we putting our hand down in
That's
there?
why we call it. That's why it's called noodling. Your hand, your arm is a noodle, and the catfish will literally swallow your arm.
Well, that's
and you
not
got to
fishing.
battle. Yeah.
Is it?
You got to try and battle with this fish on
That's
your arm.
human
or he
fishing.
takes
That's
you
using
down.
your body to fish.
Yeah, he can take you down. He can drown you.
Have you ever used anything else other than your hand?
For noodling?
Yeah.
No. That's why they call it noodling.
Well, that's why I wondered maybe if you stick your noodle out in the water, would they be more attracted to that?
Oh,
than a
no,
hand,
that's
or-
just fishing.
Oh, that's just typical fishing then.
You can use your rod, you can use a line, you can use your dingler. That's
Okay,
just
yeah.
fishing.
All right. But Don,
Hello, folks at home. I love you. Thanks for tuning in.
yeah. Well, we got here on the line, folks, for those who just tuned in, we have got brother Bobby on the line from Northern England, who is the host of the show with brother Justin. Trolling for Bass. Huge hit right now on what network are you guys on right now? Can you fill us in on where we can find you?
Well, you can find us on YouTube.
YouTube?
You can find us on YouTube.
Yeah, you mentioned that. YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you look real hard in the backs of your mind, you can find us where we've always been,
Oh, on the lake. Out on the lake. Trolling for bass.
out on the lake. Trying our best. Maybe coming to a neighborhood near you.
Really?
Oh, we're all over, brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but we're definitely on YouTube.
Well, we got a lot of lakes up here in the Caribou, where the up here in the Lake City studios, where Truth Hurts Radio is located. We got a lot of lakes up here, brother Bobby, and we would love for you and
Oh.
brother Justin to come up here and do some trolling for bass.
You know what?
Tell
I
us.
would love to come up into the
Caribou. Caribou. Boo. Like a ghost. Boo. Ghost. Like a ghost.
Oh,
Picture a ghost
okay.
trying to scare you. A caribou.
Oh, okay, I'd love to come up to the ghost.
That's not quite what I meant. The caribou, not ghost. Yeah. But we got lots of lakes up here.
Anyways, I like to come up. But I think we digressed a little. And I still want to hear. And I think the people, your people on the listener arc, want to hear you do. Because let me tell you, listenership just is not a big enough title for you.
I think it is, Billy, brother Bobby.
You have the listener arc, meaning it's good for everybody.
Like every
everybody,
species.
every animal, every dog, every gator, every cow.
Well, when I built this concept, I did get a message from Jesus Christ, and he did say to me, "Build a radio station. I want you to call it the Listener Ark, and bring on 2 of every species and do your thing." So I guess, yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough to say.
Right?
I appreciate that.
I think you're just you're that kind of guy.
Well, I
But
appreciate that.
we need to hear a little Christopher Walkinshaw.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to dial into this. I'm going to need a little bit of cue, a little bit of prompt from you to kind of get dialed into the dialogue of Christopher Walken. It is one of my favorite. You seem to think you're one of my biggest fans when it comes to Christopher Walken. So, yeah.
I think I'm probably your biggest fan when it comes to that because you do it so well. My whole family, and this is something the people in your listener arc haven't heard. They haven't heard you do this. And let me tell you, you kids are in for something traits.
Well, I laugh about this because I've even had conversations with you on the side just about fishing in general and the summer months that are coming up and the fishing regs and what's going on, what's hot in fishing right now. And you seem to think that I sound like Christopher Walken and have called me out on it, and I wasn't even trying to do it. And apparently it's become less of a pseudo character and more of who I am, for crying out loud. It's a little bit creepy.
It's funny. I've heard you do it several times. We could be talking about chicken, and you'd be like, okay, here's me doing it. This is me doing.
Let's hear your version.
This is me doing you doing Christopher Walken.
All right.
So we could be talking about chicken. It wouldn't matter. Okay,
right.
So I'd be like, hey, brother Charlie, let's talk about chicken. And then you would be like, okay, this is where it gets good.
Yeah.
This is where it gets good. You'd be like, okay, this is crazy. I don't get it. Why do you want to talk about chicken? This is really crazy. And that's good. That's how you do it.
That's pretty good, Brother Bobby. That's pretty good. You got a pretty good impersonation of me doing an impersonation of Christopher Walken.
Now, that's just rough. Probably not really quite.
Well, I don't know. I would say it's fairly close for a guy who spends all his time on the lake just talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and trolling for bass, obviously.
Yeah,
with Brother Justin. Yeah. So I think it's a great thing. I think you've done a good job there.
So now,
now.
Okay, now I'm gonna be me.
Okay,
and I'm gonna ask you a question about your next movie project.
Okay,
and you just do whatever you want to do,
and not as Charlie Chatters, but as Christopher Walken.
In the yes.
As you call him, Christopher Walken, Matt.
He's Christopher Walken Bluff. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Walken Bluff. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll try my best. I'm not out
now.
To impress,
Remember,
yeah,
Christopher Walkenchuck. He's a friend of mine, so I will just pretend that it's good. All right.
So, are you going to be critical of me then, because you're close with this guy, right? Like,
no. Well, of course I will be,
because I don't know him. I just go based on what I see and what I hear, right?
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Ring. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, my good friend. You, I miss you. How are you? Now go.
Hello. It's crazy. Brother Bobby, why are you calling me? It's 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, there it is.
Hey?
You folks heard it.
Hey?
Wait, I'm calling, cause it's 4:00 in the morning.
Why?
And
I'm tired. My dog just shit on the floor. I cleaned it up. It's crazy because I'm tired. I want to go back to sleep next to this woman I love. I can't because the phone's ringing. Why? Why is the phone ringing?
Well, there's a good reason for that.
Tell me why? Why is my
It's
phone
because
ringing?
I'm very close to your neighborhood, and I thought you would want to go noodling. Noodling? Noodling.
Listen, I'm wearing underwear. Noodling is not something I do when I'm sleeping, okay? It's crazy. Listen, stop, because hold on. Just hold it. I gotta pee. Wait a moment. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Chrissy, I gotta pee too.
Tinkle, tinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I gotta go pee. I'll be back, okay, Brother Bobby? Just wait, all right? Don't be so impatient.
Oh, there you have it, folks.
All right? It's pretty
That
good.
that is fantastic.
It's pretty good.
You know,
Not bad.
that's so good. I actually miss my friend.
Did I sound like your good friend Christopher Walken, Matt? Or?
You made me miss him
Oh,
to the
well, there you go.
nth degree.
There you go. There you
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
go. Oh, Lord. Well, Brother Bobby, you know, we're dialing up here on to the top of the half hour here on our show. And is there any parting words you would like to leave us with before we tie the show up?
Well, I would just like to say, hey, let's get out of here, dog. Come on, get out. I'm pooping. Oh shit! Did I say that on there?
Are you pooping right now?
No? Question mark?
Question mark. Are you pooping? That was the question. That was the question mark. Anyway, regardless, any
Sorry. No, I am not pooping. No. I would like to say, of course, it's been a pleasure being on your program for the first time. I hope it's not the last time, because I now consider you, Brother Charlie Chatters, your brother.
Oh,
And I
absolutely.
appreciate you, and I appreciate your time, and I really appreciate the way you can swill a beer on air. People can't people see this at home, but man,
We can do another episode there, Brother Bobby, where we've got a YouTube video going up on the YouTube station, and we can have the interaction that you and I are seeing with one another back and forth on the line. No issue with that. We just need to get dialed into the same applications and software.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll
But I
do that.
thank you. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the South United States on trolling for bass.
Yeah, you do
Right
that.
now, we're down in the southern lakes. We're at Lake Winnechickaphobe, and we will be moving on maybe to a neighborhood up in the Caribou. That would be fine.
Wouldn't that be something? Well, I'll tell you what, right now, now that you're down in the south, you're probably seeing evidence of a great big wall being built between the United States and Mexico. And you won't have to fear that here in Canada.
Well, that's good. I haven't seen a while. I've seen some pretty big beaver dams. I suppose I could keep a Mexican out, but not the big wall. Maybe along the Texas border. I don't know.
Texas is a pretty big state, so they got to have a big wall.
It
there.
is. We've never been there. Don't get me wrong. I love everybody.
You and I got some big friends down there in Texas. We got Jerry and Brenda Fry down there in Texas that we met on a holiday on Vancouver Island once upon a time when you were doing an episode of
the
Trolling for
Flyers.
Bass.
Yeah, and Jerry's he's a good
He's a fisherman himself, right?
There we go. That's what I was sorry I couldn't think of it. There you go. Yeah, he's a good old boy. Yeah. He's good. I'd like to see you troll for bass. I'd like to see what you do, you know? Put you in a boat, get you down there.
No, I do have myself a boat. I did get myself a boat last year. I troll for a lot of trout and Arctic char and occasional salmon. Arctic char?
What?
Char. Arctic char.
Is that like burnt wood?
Yeah, I suppose so. Except it's like a cold fish. It's like a cold fish there, Brother Bobby.
Okay.
Now, if I'm going to spend a few minutes, I'm going to spend a little bit of time. I'm going to spend a little bit of time mimicking you. All right. I've been listening to you for a long time, and so I think it's downright time I just start sounding like you. You know, to hell with Matthew McConaughey and who there you go. Who else was that? Christian Colgate. Freaking Christopher Walkengate.
Ow!
Well, I'm gonna do me a little representation of Brother Bobby McGill here, and mimic your voice like I was your neighbor. How about them?
Okay.
How about that?
And I'm gonna do you. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready now.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Hi, I'm Charlie Chat. Hi. I'm Charlie Chatter. I'm glad you could join me this evening. It's fantastic to hear you. Welcome to my show. Oh, my God. I'm Charlie Chatter.
That's pretty good there, Brother Bobby. That's pretty good. You got a pretty good phonetic way there. Maybe being that you're from Northern England, that you just have that.
To say A.
Oh,
I'm
Charlie
that's a
very Canadian thing that you must do, right? And apart from swilling good Canadian beer, you got to make sure your phonetics is on the spot, is correct.
My what?
On the spot, your phonetics.
What's that? That sounds like a. I know. That's one of them pyramid things from Africa. The phonetics. Wasn't that a people? That was. Oh. I get it. All right, the phonetics.
Yeah, that's right there, Bobby.
They were from the pyramids.
They're from Phoenix. Them phonetics.
Aren't they the people that made the pyramids?
No, them phonetics was from Phoenix there, Brother Bobby. If you think about it. Just think about it logically for just a second. Phonetics from Phoenix. Does that make sense now?
That very well could be true. Well, I don't disagree.
Well, I am not a storyteller. I'll tell you that right now. But Phonetics from Phoenix, that sounds like the label or the title to a brand new book titled, authored by Brother Bobby, Trolling for Bass. Right?
You're so funny. We both know I can't raid you.
You're I'm a crazy son of a gun. No, I'm just teasing you.
Making fun of me now.
I'm just teasing. But Brother Bobby, it's been a pleasure having you on my show, and I just have a natural way of now adopting and fostering this Southern drawl as I talk to you, even though I know you're from Northern England, and I know that's exactly where your accent comes from. I can't help but travel to the South as I reel out on this show and say to you that it was such a pleasure having you on here and sharing your stories and sharing your comic value and your great phonetic ways, not from Phoenix, but just phonetic. And it was such an honor to have you on my show, and I can't wait to have you on again.
Oh, thank you very much, Brother Charlie. I do feel truly blessed to have been a part of your program. Charlie talks too much, and I cannot wait to maybe get back on the air again. And did you say you were adopting and fostering kids? What?
No, I was making an educational reference to the idea that I have fostered a way. I have taken on a new way, just like if you learn a new trick in casting and trolling for bass, you foster that. You take it under your own wing and you make it your own, right?
Oh, like you stole it.
I guess so.
You just took it
Yeah.
and you stole it.
I suppose foster is a very, very calm and soothing way of putting the word stolen from somebody else
You
without their
guys
credits.
You steal kids up there?
No. We don't steal kids. We steal ideas.
Oh,
Just like you do down there or
Okay.
up there in northern England, right?
yes, up in northern England, Winchesterton, Fieldville.
Yes. West
Yep,
Chinville. Yes.
Winchesterton, Fieldville.
Winchestertonville. I get you.
Fieldville.
Fieldville. Big field.
Yes.
Wisterton Chinville Fieldville.
But again, I digress. I do feel blessed to have been a part of your show. You are truly master of the airways. I am very flattered,
You're right.
taken aback, and floundered. And I will try
Like a
and
fish, flounder.
foster. I will try and foster
Right.
and adopt
Oh.
some of your Phoenician, Grecian pyramid ways in my fishing show.
Well, that's good to hear, Brother Bobby. I think your show could use just a little more English, not to be critical, but I think it could use a little more phonetic, a little more dialectic creativity.
I see you lost me there.
Well, I think your show could use a little more color when it comes to language. It's very difficult for people to gravitate towards the idea that you are from Northern England. They probably think you're from Southern Louisiana, because that's exactly how you sound, like a redneck.
A little more color.
Yeah, a little more color. Not people of color, just color, right? You don't need.
What's wrong with you? Okay. Oh, I see where this is going.
I hope you're not going the wrong way with what I'm saying.
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
All right. And I would say to you, being a man of the South, you would understand and appreciate that. But you apparently are not a man from the South. You are from Northern England.
You don't get much farther north than Winchesterton, Fieldville, Northern England.
Chinwesterton Fieldville. Chinwesterton Fieldville.
Westerton. See, now you got me doing it. I don't even know where I'm from. You are such a sly dog. You got me on that one.
You lost sight of that one, didn't you? Yeah.
You got me. Brought to you by
Milwaukee Lager Beer.
Yes.
The 24 packs with the ladies on the side.
Yes. It's a native word. It means the good land.
Does it?
It does.
Where you're from, or here in Canada?
You look that shit up. I swear to God, and that's only my second curse word in your whole program. So you look that shit up. Milwaukee means the good land.
The good land.
That's the truth. You know who taught me that?
Who?
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, one of the smartest men alive. Ain't nobody can say any different. Wow. All right.
You're
good friends then with Alice Cooper. I didn't realize you had a history with Alice Cooper.
I do. I have a very good history of friendship with Mr. Alice Cooper.
Okay.
Namely because he's one of the names I can actually remember.
Right.
Yeah.
I would agree with you there.
We get a long history. Okay. Well, I thank you for being on my show.
No, actually, Brother Bobby, I thank you for being on my show.
Having you
here on Charlie Chatters.
It's been a pleasure having you on Trolling for Bass. And hopefully next time we'll be able to catch a fish.
Brother Bobby, I got to remind you, you are not on Trolling for Bass. You are here on Truth Hurts Radio with Charlie Chatters. That's where you are.
Oh.
We are not fishing right now, my friend. We are absolutely not on the waters fishing, trolling for bass.
Well, I'm fishing for a little more alcohol in this here beer.
Well, that's fine. And I got to tell you, we've been having a lot of fun with you here, and I'm sure my listeners have as well. Throwing out the line, the hook, the lure, the fancy, what do you call them when you make your own flies? Flies?
And the sinker.
The sinkers. And the floaters. And the fish that bite onto them. We've been having a great time here on Truth Hurts Radio with Charlie Chatters. And I look forward to having you on in the future. I thank you so much. Any parting words? I'd like you to tell us where we can find you, Brother Bobby, online. So if anybody wants to look up your show, get some of these great insights, these great ideas, these great examples as to how to live a life, how to make changes, where can we find you?
Well, like I said, thank you again very much, my dear friend. Charlie talks too much. I will be on YouTube again, and you can find me on YouTube. All right. I don't have a website as such set up yet, but it's coming along. Brother Justin and I are working on some good, wholesome material in the background. He's working 29.5 to keep things going, and we will be good. But thank you. You are a blessing for having me on your show. And I appreciate you being on my show one of these days, and we can troll for some bass together. Sorry, I'm talking slow. I don't want to mix my words. And yes, thank you, Charlie Chatter. I appreciate you. You are a good man.
Well, thank you very much, Brother Bobby. And hopefully in the near future, we can have you on again. You can keep us updated as to your worldwide tour, Trolling for Bass with Brother Justin. And we look so forward to having you on again in the future. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Thank you for dialing back into Charlie Chatters here on Truth Hurts Radio. We had the entertainment. It's a two-part project put together between last night and today. The legendary Brother Bobby with his cohort and co-host, Brother Justin, on their show, Trolling for Bass. That's right. We hoped you enjoyed yourself because we sure had a good time entertaining the funniness of Brother Bobby, and we hope to have him on again in the future. Stay tuned. We are going to have some brand new programming coming up. Yeah, we've been a little distant, but that's just the way it goes. So thank you so much for dialing in to Charlie Chatters here on Truth Hurts Radio. We hope you dial back in again in the future. We're going to have lots of good fun coming up.
You're dialed in to Truth Hurts Radio with Charlie Chatters.